Hey everyone, my name's Hannah Lee and I am a current president of the Asian American Student Association here at UCO. I'm currently studying accounting and funeral services. It's a little weird, but here I am. So a fun fact about me is I speak German, not Filipino. Kind of weird, but it's okay. It's okay, I'm here. It's such an honor and it's a great pleasure to have you all tonight and be able to celebrate this amazing tradition with you guys in this awesome holiday. So first off, we're going to begin with Mickey Lovelace, who will be giving a land acknowledgement.
Bonjour Guinois, hello everyone. My name is Mickey Lovelace, and I am the current lead mentor for the Native American Success Initiative. It is my pleasure to give the land acknowledgement for this Lunar New Year. The land acknowledgement is a way for us to acknowledge those who are indigenous to the land to which UCO sits on. We want to respectfully acknowledge the territory in which we gather as the territory of the Wichita and Osage people. As members of the University of Central Oklahoma, we strive for respectful partnerships with all the peoples of this province as we search for collective healing and true reconciliation, as well as honoring this beautiful land together. As we gather for this event, please reflect on how we profit off the land of those indigenous to it. Miigwech, thank you.
Thank you, Mickey, for the land acknowledgement. With that being said,
we would like to welcome everyone to the Year of the Ox. Now we have so many organizations here with us tonight to celebrate Lunar New Year. We have the Chinese Student Association, Vietnamese Student Association, the Korean Student Association, and last but not the least, the Association of Southeast Asian Nations. Stay tuned to learn more about the traditions of each country and how they celebrate Lunar New Year.
We'd also like to give a huge shout out to the Office of Global Affairs and the Office of Diversity and Inclusion. Without them, this event wouldn't have been possible. During tonight's event, we encourage everyone at home to interact with us throughout the night as we'll be communicating through all platforms in the chat.
All right, now let's introduce our MCs for the night. Please welcome to the stage Vincent Mai and Tina Varghese.
Hey.
What's good?
What up, boys?
Welcome, everyone.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Vincent Mai, and I am a nursing student here at UCO. Fun fact about me is that I like to work out. How else would I have these guns?
Vincent, stop. What guns? You look more constipated. Okay. All right. Anyways, good evening, everyone. I'm Tina Varghese. I am a senior here at UCO. I am studying to be a social worker, and my major is family life education. Fun fact about me is I love to eat, dance, and take road trips with my friends. It is an honor to be here with all of you guys here tonight to celebrate Lunar New Year, and I'm really excited to see all the performances for tonight.
Same. So welcome, everyone, to the 2021 Lunar New Year, hosted by your beloved Asian American Student Association and the International Student Council. We are more than excited to have you all here to celebrate this holiday with us. So, Tina, do you happen to know what Lunar New Year actually is?
Well, Vincent, I actually do. I'm pretty familiar with Lunar New Year, especially being able to come to campus and being able to be a part and involved with a lot of the Lunar New Year events here as my time as a student. But for those of you at home who don't know, don't worry. Vincent here has a little snippet to tell you about it.
Say no more. I got you! So Lunar New Year is the beginning of the year where the months are coordinated by the cycles of the moon. This cycle is also commonly referred to as the lunar calendar. The Lunar New Year is filled with large celebrations where individuals wish for good health and good fortune for the new year. Although it is commonly celebrated around Asia, each country has their own way of celebrating this day.
Yes, in fact, for our first segment of the night, we will be having a student panel to discuss how their country celebrates the Lunar New Year.
Ah, yes. Without further ado, let's give it up for the student panel. Woo! Yes. Give it all.
All right, thank you guys for joining us for our Lunar New Year speaker panel. So we have a couple questions for you. The first one is, what kind of food do you eat on Lunar New Year?
So during Lunar New Year, Vietnamese people usually eat Vietnamese sticky rice, what we call bánh chưng. We usually eat Vietnamese sausage, it's called chả giò. We usually also eat Vietnamese braised pork with eggs. Also that we also have dessert, which are like kind of like candy fruits, or maybe like a roasted melon seed.
Yes, in China, we always eat dumpling. We also call it 饺子. And for the lucky, we sometimes will put some coins in the 饺子, and then who can eat that, and that guy will be lucky in the whole year. And then we also eat some like fried food, for example, the spring roll, and this food we can also eat it in the Lunar New Year, always. And we also prepared some candy or some dessert in our Spring Festival. Thank you.
Thank you. The second question is, what kind of traditions do you have for Lunar New Year?
I'll go. So every year for Lunar New Year, my cousins and I, we would get together and we would visit our grandparents. And it's always like a 2 to 3 hour drive, but we'll drive down there and then we'll stay there for like 4 to 5 days, and we'll always just eat a lot and like do fireworks and buy new clothes. So that's what I do.
In Korea, we have a special like bowl. We call it sebae, and it's like a bowl to the elderly. So when we visit the grandparents' house, or we gather some like big area and sit it down to, the elderly is sitting down in front of it, and all the like children are lined up, and we bow to them. And after the bow, they are given to like little pocket money and with some blessing. Yeah, it's like so Korean things.
Awesome. Question number 3 is, what do you wish for this year?
So for me, I know we all went to up and down experience through the past year because of the pandemic and with the loss of important individual. So, but it's Lunar New Year. We all look forward to a better upcoming years. So I just wish for everybody with a year of prosperity, good health, and good fortune. I want to wish the international community at UCO will keep growing, and last but not least, the COVID will finally be settled down by the end of this year.
For me, I wish for just an understanding of different cultures given what's been in the news recently, and hope that we can overcome any differences we have as a society together.
Thank you. The 4th question is, do you wear any traditional wear? And if so, what is it?
Well, in Malaysia, we wear a traditional Chinese dress. It's called cheongsam, and cheongsam, if I'm not mistaken, it translates to literally like long dress or shirt. So that's what we wear. And not everyone wears it. Most of the time we just put on clothes that are either bright red or bright yellow, because red and yellow are colors of prosperity.
In Korea, we wear a hanbok. It's so traditional, the Korean clothes. And in my daily life, I wear a modernized hanbok, and also I use the Korean traditional hairpin. I use it every day.
All right. Question number 4 is, what is your first memory from celebrating Lunar New Year, if you still remember?
So for my first memory, definitely is the process of making bánh chưng, the Vietnamese sticky rice cake, because the process of making it is an opportunity for all the family members to come together, singing right by the side of the warm fire and tell one another the past stories to get rid of all the sorrow, to look forward to the future. And the feeling and the memory of making bánh chưng with my families and my loved one is just cozy for me.
my first memory of my Lunar New Year is a huge party of my families, and my grandparents from my father and my grandparents from my mother's will come together, and there are almost 20 families sit around a huge desk, and we will enjoy our dinner together until the midnight.
Thank you for sharing your first memory. And this is the last question. Is Lunar New Year the biggest holiday to you personally? And if so, why or why not?
To me personally, it's not, because in Malaysia, it's very multicultural. So we celebrate Raya, which is like the Malay New Year. We celebrate Lunar New Year. We do Christmas. We do a whole bunch of festivities. So no, to me, it's not personally, but I do love celebrating it because it's a great time for me to bond with my family members.
For me, yeah, it's similar. We are celebrating the Lunar New Year and the Asian moon as well. It's like a biggest holiday in Korea, and we also celebrating like a Christmas. But for me, the Christmas is biggest holiday. So yeah.
Thank you once again for sharing your traditions, your culture, on how you celebrate Lunar New Year, and thank you for joining us. Skirt.
Thank you all for the amazing performance, amazing information. It was great to see the different ways you could celebrate the Lunar New Year. All right, Tina, I've got a joke for you.
No, Vincent, listen, we know you're not funny, okay? Okay, since I haven't seen you in a really long time, go ahead.
Come on, I'm pretty sure it's funny.
We'll see.
It's a really good one. Why didn't the farmer hear the livestock?
I don't know why.
Because he couldn't find the ox cord.
Okay, Vincent, your laugh was more funny than the joke, okay? Let's move on. Okay.
It's pretty funny, though. Okay, next up, we'll be hearing from the Asian American Student Association to see what it's like for them to celebrate the Lunar New Year. Let's hear it for the Asian American Student Association.
Hello everyone! Happy Lunar New Year! Celebrating Lunar New Year varies across the many different countries in Asia and is no different when it comes to celebrating in America. While celebrations may not be as extravagant, many of the customs and traditions have made their way here and are widely celebrated by more than just Asian Americans. Many celebrations span from New York City to California and showcases the dance, music, and food used to celebrate Lunar New Year. However, most celebrations tend to be only the eve and day of, which differs as in China and other countries as families start preparing for days or even weeks in advance to celebrate. Nonetheless, one of the key things about celebrating in America comes not only with Asian traditions being mixed together, but also showcases the traditions and performances of others who wish to celebrate Lunar New Year with us. Here at UCO and with AASA, we strive to involve as many different diverse backgrounds as possible to further the knowledge and celebration of Lunar New Year, and to also be more inclusive. While some of their traditions cannot follow us from home to here, at UCO we strive to create new ones that represent us and our experience as Asian Americans during the holiday.
Thank you so much, AASA. I don't know about you guys, but I definitely have a soft spot in my heart for AASA. What about you, Vincent?
Yes, Tina, for sure. I remember back in my day when I was the vice president of the UCO AASA.
Yeah, you kind of look old too. I can see it. See your
what do you-
wrinkles
what-
in your forehead.
What do you mean?
Yeah. No, I'm just messing with you.
I mean, I got some gray hairs.
Oh, well, then I wasn't far from the truth. Anyways. Okay. It wasn't that long ago, okay? I promise. Anyways, up next, we have a traditional dance performed by Lavanya. Lavanya will be performing a modern take on a traditional Indonesian Javanese dance called the Tari Adat Jawa Tengah. Everyone, please welcome to the stage, Lavanya.
I was born a fool,
Wow, thank you, Lavanya. That was such a beautiful dance. I wish I could dance like that.
Oh, Vincent. Yeah, that's true. I wish you could dance like that too.
What you mean?
No, I'm kidding. You know what? I have faith in you. I really think you could bust a move.
I've been breakdancing since I was like 2 years old.
Oh, really?
Yo, watch. I'm
Do you want to show us?
gonna drop it down like it's hot.
Oh. Oh.
You probably can't see that probably can't even see that in the camera, but like
That's
it was
probably-
really hot. Like I had to like bring aloe with me. That's how hot it was.
It's probably a good thing they couldn't see it. You're welcome.
That was like a 10 out of 10. If Simon Cowell was here, he'd give me a yes.
Okay. All right, Vincent. Anyway, now let's welcome our next organization of the night, ASEAN, or otherwise known as the Association of Southeast Asian Nations. And they will be discussing how they celebrate the Lunar New Year. ASEAN comprises many countries such as Brunei, Cambodia, Indonesia, Laos, Malaysia, Myanmar, the Philippines, Singapore, and Thailand. Here with us tonight, we have the president, Lavanya, to talk more about ASEAN.
Hi, my name is Lavana Devyani, and I am currently the president of ASEAN, and I am here to tell you guys how Southeast Asian countries celebrate Chinese New Year or Lunar New Year. So Cambodia, Thailand, Myanmar, and Indonesia doesn't officially recognize it as a holiday, but in Indonesia, actually, it was banned from being celebrated for a long time, until 2002, where the Chinese immigrants were allowed to celebrate it as a national holiday. And then in the Philippines, Chinese New or Lunar New Year is recognized as a non-working holiday, and it's mostly celebrated by Chinese Filipinos, and people celebrate it mostly in Binondo in Manila, and there's many different kinds of extravagant performance during that time. In Singapore, the Singaporeans celebrate Lunar New Year as one of the most auspicious holidays, and they have a big Chinese community over there, and also many of the same cultural celebrations take place because they're very populated with different cultures. And some of the celebrations that takes place during that day in Singapore, and it's like the red envelopes, big family dinners, firecrackers, and they splash red all over their homes and all over the city. In Malaysia, it's similar to how the Singapore celebrate it, but during the non-pandemic years, you can see dragon and lion dances in the street as part of their celebration. And it's also customary to have a big family gathering and feast with traditional Chinese foods. And then in Vietnam, adults give small red envelopes filled with cash to children. And then they eat certain special foods such as savory rice cakes, and family gather together to celebrate. And then fruit trays with different fruits are out for displays. And then people launch fireworks to scare the evil spirits away. And oftentimes, Vietnamese families will visit temples and graves to their ancestors to offer sacrifices. And in Brunei, about 10% of their population is Chinese, and thanks to those Chinese immigrants, they were able to celebrate Chinese New Year, and how they celebrate it is similar to any other countries who celebrate it. They celebrate with lion dances and open house parties, but obviously since COVID happened, the Brunei government had to issue a restriction and how people can celebrate it, and banning open houses. So and family gatherings were limited to 350 people, but overall, that's how there's a lot of similarities on how people in Southeast Asia countries celebrate Chinese New Year or Lunar New Year, but it's all still different because the culture is still a little bit different in each of our countries. But yeah, thank you so much for listening, and hope you guys learned something about Southeast Asian countries. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you so much, ASEAN. I love how you represented such an amazing part of Asia. Up next, we have our very own Miss Asian UCO 2019-2020, Yana Son, tonight, and she'll be performing a dance. All hail the queen.
I'm so excited for this one, Tina. We have such a talented group here. Everyone, please give a warm welcome to Yana. Woo! Wow, that was amazing.
For sure. I don't know if you know this, but Yana is pretty much a professional when it comes to dancing.
Oh yeah, I could definitely see that, definitely. Hey Tina, so I actually looked up some fun facts about the Year of the Ox. Would you like to hear them?
Yeah.
Well, so it is said that people born on the Year of the Ox are strong, reliable, and inspiring confidence in others. They are also calm and patient, which makes them very trustworthy. Say, do you know anyone born in the Year of the Ox?
Actually, Vincent, I'm the year of the ox. It's the first time you've complimented me, even though it was scripted, but the first time you complimented me. Thanks.
Yeah, it was definitely scripted. Look at this. See? Yeah.
Anyways.
Whatever.
The ox sounds like they are great people to be around. Haha,
Yeah.
you know? Yeah.
I guess.
Speaking about great people, up next we will be hearing from the Chinese Student Association to see how China celebrates the New Year. Let's give it up for the Chinese Student Association.
Thank you so much, Chinese Student Association. It was great hearing about the Chinese culture. Hey, Tina, do you hear that?
Yeah, actually, I do think I hear that. It sounds like it's our next performance. Up next, we will have CSA perform a traditional instrument called a pipa. Pipa is a pear-shaped lute that is a traditional Chinese musical instrument that plays lovely tones and melodies. Please give a warm welcome to the Chinese Student Association. Everyone is killing it with these performances tonight. I can't get enough, but I am ready for the next performance. What about you, Vincent?
Oh yeah, definitely. In fact, we still have plenty of performances before the night is over. But before we get to our next performance, let's hear it for our next organization. Up next, we will be having the beloved Korean Student Association as they will be discussing what it's like to celebrate the Lunar New Year in Korea. Let's take a look.
Korean Lunar New Year Seol날 is one of the most important traditional Korean holidays. Traditional formal bow is called sebe. It is a ritual of filial piety that people wish their elders a happy new year by performing deep traditional bow and saying 새해 복 많이 받으세요. It means please receive a lot of good fortune for the new year. 제사 is a ceremony commonly practiced in Korea. 제사 function as a memorial to the ancestor of the participants. In Seol날, families gather at their ancestral graves or gather in a home to perform ancestral rites. Through the tradition of formal bow sebe and ancestral rites 제사, we can see how much Koreans value courtesy and respect for their elders and ancestors. On Korean New Year Day, Koreans will prepare a lot of foods and spend the day with their families. The foods they commonly prepare are 떡국, 만두국, 떡, 갈비찜, 잡채, and 전. The main food for Lunar New Year is 떡국. It is a soup with sliced rice cake that is customarily to eat during the New Year. For Koreans, the Korean New Year is similar to their birthdays. And eating 떡국 is part of the birthday celebration. Once you finish eating your 떡국, then you are 1 year older. But in reality, in Korea, we all age together on January 1st, not on our birthday. Many traditional games are associated with Korean New Year. Yutnari is a traditional board game. It remains a popular game, especially during Korean New Year. It is played using a set of specially designed sticks. Korean males traditionally would fly rectangle kites called yeon, and also they play 대기차기, a game in which a light object is wrapped in a paper and they kick it continuously. Korean females would traditionally play 놀뛰기, a game of jumping on a seesaw, and 공기놀이, a game played with 5 pebbles. However, the culture of playing these games on New Year's Day is gradually disappearing in Korea.
Happy New Year! 새해 복 많이 받으세요.
Thank you, Korean Student Association. I hope you are all learning a lot about the Lunar New Year. The night is still young, and we will be having a special performance towards the end of this tonight. So be sure to stick around because you won't want to miss any of it. Speaking of performances, Tina, aren't you performing tonight?
Yes, actually my group Notch Central will be performing tonight, and we have a special dance for all of you guys, and I can't wait to show you what we have been working on. So please give a warm welcome to Notch Central.
모든 게 궁금해질 때 tell me oh yeah 뭐가 널 행복하게 하는지 text me oh yeah your every picture 내 머리만 듣고 싶어 come be my teacher 이 모든 걸 다 가르쳐줘 야, 내 삶은 on top 너야 사관계사 꽉지 않게 만들어버린 너라는 백 하나부터 열까지 모든 게 특별하지 너의 관심사 걸음걸이 말투와 사소한 작은 습관들 같이 난 말했지 너무 작다 내가 영웅이 된 거라고 난 말했지 운명 따윈 전부터 내게 아니었다고 세계의 평화 거대한 질서 그저 널 지켜봐 날 이상한 밤에 baby 나는 저 하늘을 높이 날고 있어 이제 네가 내게 준 건 더 날개로 이제 여기 너무 높아 난 내 눈을 널 맞추고 싶어 Yeah you make it on your boy with love Oh my my oh my my You get me high so fast 내 전부 함께 하고 싶어 Oh my my oh my my You get me fly so fast 이제 조금은 나 알겠어 Love is nothing stronger than a boy with love Love is nothing stronger
숨겨놓고 말하길 나도 모르게 힘이 들어가기도 했어 높아버린 스카 커져버린 헛 때론 도망치게 해달라며 기도했어 너의 상처는 나의 상처 깨달았을 때 나 다짐했던 건 네가 준 이 그 후세 나에게로 태양이 아닌 너에게로 Let me fly
Oh my my oh my my I waited all my life 내 전부 함께 하고 싶어 Oh my my oh my my Looking for something right 이제 조금은 나 알겠어 I want something stronger than a moment love Love is nothing stronger than a boy with love
Man, I love that song. Boy with Love Kick. Oh, I almost tore my hamstring. It was like I was watching the music video. You know, you definitely need to teach me some moves.
You know, I don't know if that's really possible. No, I'm kidding. I think you got it in you. I will definitely teach you some of the moves.
You better. I mean, look at these.
No one
that's
can see that.
Yeah, they cropped off, but I was doing don't worry about it. Don't worry about
Alrighty.
it. But much appreciated. For our next organization, we will be having the Vietnamese Student Association. Fun fact about the VSA, we actually won first place at the International Festival in 2019.
Yes, VSA is such a talented organization. Let's hear about what it is like to celebrate Lunar New Year in Vietnam. Take it away, Vietnamese Student Association.
Happy Lunar New Year everyone! Chúc mừng năm mới! As Tết is the most important holiday for Vietnamese people, I want to share with you guys how Tết is like in Vietnam and what custom Vietnamese people practice. So, let's get started. Tết is the Vietnamese New Year, which is based on the lunar calendar. It usually falls in late January and early on mid-February. Since Tết is the biggest celebration for Vietnamese people, lots of preparations need to be done, and these are the ways Vietnamese people celebrate Tết.
There is an old saying that goes, one does not truly understand Tết until one has seen someone carrying 6 20-foot concord trees on the back of a Honda Wing. Similar to pine trees for Christmas holiday in the West, Vietnamese people also use many kinds of flowers and plants to decorate their house on this special occasion. In the South, Vietnamese people place yellow apricot trees in their houses to wish for their prosperity, when in the North, people usually buy peach blossoms or kumquat trees. When you see the colorful flower blossoms, you know it is Tết, the beginning of spring. During Tết, everything will be decorated with red and yellow, which are lucky colors for Vietnamese people. Red means happiness, passion, and good luck, while yellow means hope, royalty, and power. You can see from the lanterns, door couplets, to paper cuttings and paintings. Everything is in red and yellow. 2021 is the year of the ox, so you will see red and yellow ox decors everywhere on the street. A week prior to Tết, markets and streets are jam-packed with shoppers. Other shops will be closed during Tết. Everyone is busy buying decorations for their house, new clothes, food, and especially candies and sunflower seeds. The common candies are candy fruit, sugar coconut, kumquat jams, and sugar apples. For the first 3 days of Tết, you won't see this chaos anymore because thousands of city residents will depart for their hometown. Almost every shop will be closed on New Year Eve at the first 3 days of Tết. So, if you plan a trip to Vietnam, remember to avoid those days. Like other Asian countries, Vietnamese people give out lucky money in red envelopes to children and the seniors to wish them fortune and good health. The red envelopes are called lì xì. Bánh chưng or sticky rice cakes is an indispensable culinary beauty of Tết. Bánh chưng consists of glutinous rice, mung bean, and pork belly. For Vietnamese people, the process of making bánh chưng is the opportunity for families to come together, sitting around the warm fire. All members in the family tell one another the past stories and celebrate the new year. During Tết, Vietnamese people start celebrating the Kitchen Gods Day a week before the actual Tết. According to the legend, the kitchen gods will ride cars to heaven to deliver an annual report on the household activities to God. Therefore, it's a tradition to release leaf cords into lakes or rivers to pray for good luck. People also burn votive paper, including hats, robes, boots, cards, and even money to send out to their ancestors. Vietnamese people believe cleaning their house before Tết can help them get rid of bad fortune. Besides cleaning their houses, people clean their vehicles, wash their beddings to be ready for the new year. Vietnamese people also redecorate their altar to show respect to their ancestors. If you're Vietnamese, these images might be familiar to you. Oh my god, every Asian kid's nightmare when they have to clean the antique furniture. Vietnamese people also love to shop for new clothes before Tết so that they can be at their best for the new year. Kids will be wearing new clothes or Vietnamese traditional clothes called áo dài during Tết. So that's how Vietnamese people prepare for Tết. I hope you guys have found this video educational and happy Lunar New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Broncos.
Thank you so much, Vietnamese Student Association. It was nice to hear from you all. Tina, I have a question for you. Are you ready for the next performance?
Are you kidding me? Yes, I am. For our next performance tonight, we will be having the Asian American Student Association performing a very special dance for us. Everyone at home, you are welcome to join in and dance along with them. They will be performing an upbeat song, so stand up and get ready to just dance. Please give a warm welcome to the ASA Exec Board.
Ooh, yeah.
그렇지 못한 태도 간녀린 몸에 쏙 가려진 볼륨은 두 배로 거침없이 찍힌 굳이 보진 않지 넌지 블랙하면 핑크 우린 예쁘장한 savage 원하던 대놓고 뺐지 너무래도 칼로 무배기 두 손엔 카디칼 배치ks 궁금하면 해봐 fact check 눈 높인 꼭대기 물 만난 물고기 좀 톡해 난 toxic 유혹해 I'm foxy 두 번 생각해 흔한 남들처럼 착한 척이 못하니까 착각하지 마 쉽게 웃어주는 건 날 위한 거야 아직은 잘 모르겠지 그저 원하면 test me 넌 불보듯이 뻔해 만만한 걸 원했다면 I'll wait till I do what I hit you with that 뚜루뚜루 지금 내가 걸어가는 거린 Blackpink 4-way 사거리 동서남북 사방으로 running 이는 버킷리스트 싹다 버려 널 당기는 것도 멀리 밀치는 것도 제 멋대로 하는 bad girl 조건 싫어하고 누가 뭐라 하던 with a bass drop it's another banger 두 번 생각해 흔한 남들처럼 착한 척은 못하니까 착각하지 마 쉽게 웃어주는 건 날 위한 거야 아직은 잘 모르겠지 굳이 원하면 test me 난 불보듯이 뻔해 만나는 걸 원했다면 wait till I do what I hit you with that 뚜루뚜루
Y'all are so cute. I love ASA. Y'all are so cute. Definitely brought those dancing skills out tonight. How did you guys do at home? I'm sure you guys kept up.
I'm sure y'all did fantastic. 5 stars for everyone. Hearts. Up next, we have another performance, and you are all gonna love this one. For our next performance, we will be having the iconic Mark Adrian sing a lovely song for us. Please give it up for Mark.
Kahirapan lang umibig sa di tamang panahon. Kung bakit ngayon ko lang natagpuan ang isang katulad mo. Sana noon pa nakilala, sana noon pa lang na ang puso ay malaya pang magmahal. Bukas na lang kitang mamahalin, sabay sa paglaya ng ating mga puso. Bukas na lang kita mamahalin. Kahirap lang umibig sa di tamang panahon. Kung bakit ngayon ko lang natagpuan ang isang katulad mo. Sana noon pa kita nakilala, Sana noon pa lang ng puso ay malaya pang magmahal. Bukas na lang kita mamahalin, sabay sa paglaya ng ating mga puso. Bukas na lang kita, bukas na lang kita, bukas na lang kita
Okay, Mark, I see you. That was beautiful. Thank you so much for that wonderful performance.
Oh yeah, it was amazing. Now we will be presenting our winners for our giveaways. Our giveaway has been taking place all week and the names are all in. We will be selecting winners at random, so listen carefully to see if you are our lucky winner.
So bear with us as we are calling these out. Okay. So first, we have Trinity, Majorly _ Trin, Chili Crispy, VFam, Prashanta, Emma Lasdens, and Gianella, and Wayna Long.
All right, the next half is, I will be saying the username and the name of it. So we have Dash Pretty in Pink, Dash Priscilla.
I think that's underscore.
Underscore, sorry, underscore. Victor, period, Vox, Vu, XX, Victor Vu, yeah. Neon Panzer, Brian Lynn, underscore Joe underscore Tiger, Joe Tiger, Lavanya Du, Vanya, and Karayams Yasmin.
They will reach out to you. ASA or ISC will reach out to you guys, so don't worry, you will receive your prizes. Thank you so much for everyone who participated. For our winners, we will keep your prizes at the Office of Diversity and Inclusion ready for you to pick up.
Now, for the moment you have all been waiting for, our last performance of the night, we will be bringing out the Hung Viet line dancers to perform for us tonight. Everyone, please give a warm welcome to the line dancers.
Thank you, the Lion Dance team. Wow, what a wonderful night of performances and fun it has been. Before we leave, we would like to say a quick thank you to all the people who made this possible. On behalf of the International Student Council and the Asian American Student Association, we would like to thank the Office of Global Affairs and the Office of Diversity and Inclusion for supporting us on this journey. Without your generosity, we would not be able to have this amazing event for everyone here. We would also like to thank the Chinese Student Association, the Indian Student Association, the Vietnamese Student Association, the Korean Student Association, and last but not the least, the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, for joining us tonight and spreading further education on the Lunar New Year.
Thank you to Vincent Mai and Tina Varghese for doing a wonderful job at being our MCs for the night. We'd also like to thank our amazing volunteers for all the hard work they put in for today. We couldn't have done this without any of you guys. Thank you for our advisors, Joanna Hernandez and Jared Sism. Lastly, we would like to thank our executive boards. Thank you guys for all the work you've done. We couldn't have done any of this without you.
We wish all of you good health, prosperity, and happiness.
We have one last thing for the night before you go, but once again, thank you everyone for coming, and thank you everyone involved who made this possible.
Thank you again for coming and supporting our event. You have our deepest gratitude, and we hope you enjoyed it. Before we officially end the night, we have one last thing we'd like to share with you. It is in our principles to celebrate our heritage and our culture, but it is also our duty to advocate and protect our communities. Since the start of the pandemic, the rate of Asian hate crimes have increased, and many have unjustly faced the hate and the consequences and discrimination targeted against the Asian community. This is unacceptable. We, as the next generation, must fight for our parents, our elders, for the communities we represent are under attack. We can no longer stay silent, and we can no longer tolerate the silence of others. We must speak out and get justice that is deserved, for no Asian or Asian American should have to bear the burden of this hate. For no Asian or Asian American should have to bear the burden of fear in their own neighborhoods. For no person should be told that the death of their loved one goes without justice. We as AASA and ISC, as Asians and Asian Americans, we ask you to stand with us, to speak out, to demand justice. For our silence only hurts us further, and it is not us who win or lose, but those before us who came here seeking a better life who lose, who we are failing now if we do nothing. Those who hate us and target us, they go without consequences. However, we are not their doormats, their punching bags to be used and thrown away. We are not their source of despair. We are not here for them to use and abuse and to put us down. We are better than this, and we will speak out about this. We will not stay silent any longer, and do not let fear stop you, for you are not alone. For Asians are humans, and silence is not the answer.
Bye.